Honor is the currency of the kingdom. And we are all gathered today because of a man of great honor. And we would not be here if it wasn't for not just his yes, but the actualization of moving his yes into instruction. So I know we've done it already, but I want us just to honor him while he can hear it. One of God's greatest gifts, not just to Africa, but to the world. I have a real unique responsibility this morning. And Pastor Oye gave me my assignment. And my assignment was different than what I had planned. And he asked me to teach on the ministration of finances. And at first I was like, why me? And as I began to really sit down and consider that a lot of times the greatest challenge most people of faith have is money. And as I began to sit and think about, I am more convinced, especially dealing in the business realm, that it's not a money issue we have. It's a mindset issue. So a lot of times we go to services and we're believing God for more, and God would do more. And God can't give us more if our mind doesn't go first. Jesus calls disciples that worked. He didn't call religious leaders that worked, because it's harder to change religious mindsets than it is those who already know how to use faith. They don't call it faith, they call it risk. There's no ROI on fear. ROI stands for return on investment. There's no return on investment on fear. And I can promise you, all of us have something God has put in our hearts, and I can promise you the majority of us haven't done it not because of ability, but because of fear. Somebody shout, no fear. So God gives this man a gift. And the gift that he gives this man is a talent. It doesn't seem big, but it is big because it came from God. And what you have may not seem big, but it is big because it came from God. And what the man does, like many of us, is that he turns an opportunity into an obstacle. He takes something that should be an opportunity and turns it into an obstacle and says, well, God, I only have one. And God is saying, that one dream I gave you in the middle of the night, that one dream that you wrote at the top of the year, that you've been revisiting year after year after year, that one thing that you heard in service and you said, Lord, that's mine. That one thing that I gave you is enough to turn the whole world upside down. But the reality is that many of us come from complexes that make us feel like because I have one, I am inferior and I'm not worthy enough to do what God said. We all have inadequacies and insecurities that are naturally within us, and to magnify it even more, God, you trust me with one, but my voice is not as good as the one that got 5. My gift is not as good as the one that has 2. But God said, if you use your one, I will take you places that your eyes have not seen, your ears have not heard, neither has it entered into man the places that I have prepared. Somebody shout, no fear. Father, in the name of Jesus, turn it around. What the enemy meant for evil, Father, let it work for my good. What the enemy meant for evil, Father, let it work for my good. I uproot every negative word. I uproot every negative prayer, every negative incantation over my life, over my neighbor's life, over my sister's life. They shall be, they shall do what you called them to do, what you've anointed them to do, what you've destined them to do.